Yes, hello viewers. You are most welcome for this another session. Yes, if everyone out there you've ever watched our first step of learning how to make direct speech, today we want to talk about how to make indirect speech. But right away you should get to know that there are times when we report directly statements and times when we report indirectly statements. What do we mean by indirect speech? This is when the speaker's words are reported. Bw'obanga oyogera ebigambo by'oyo eyayogera byennyini naye indirectly. Then here, the quotation marks are not used in reported speech, and comma is also dropped. Muno tetukozesa quotation marks ate ne comma tezibeeramu. Bambi mbegayiridde. Mu indirect speech temulimu quotation marks ne comma. In our first statement of direct speech twakozesa quotation marks ne comma. Era twayiga tuzikozesa. Please don't do it again. Example. The man said that he wanted to see his son. Omusajja yagambye yayagala okulaba omwana we. Kitegeeza it is indirect. Are you getting me? That right now you are speaking on behalf of somebody. You get that the man said that he wanted to see his son. That is an indirect speech. That is indirect speech. Example 2. Tom said that he is not feeling well. Tom yagambye tawulira buki bulungi. Tom said that he is not feeling well. There are no quotation marks and there is no any comma. Now there are some changes that are made. Where? Number 1, if the reporting verb is in the present tense, look at that everyone. Bwe tubanga tu reporting a reporting verb ng'eri mu present tense tegeeza mu budde bwa kakati, that very moment, or in this very time. The tense does not change. Tense tekola ki? Tekyuka. Example, Joy says, Joy agamba, my pen is missing. Right now, Joy is saying her pen is what? Missing. Katuchidamu tutya mu indirect speech. Joy said that her pen is missing. Kuba kiriwo kati. You don't need to change the tense. Joy said that her pen is missing. Abantu bagenda kumbuuza, Master, you're saying says and said. They are the same. Number 2, condition endala. When reporting verb is in the past tense, verb eyongeri mu past tense. We all know the meaning of the word verb. Verb is a doing word. When reporting verb is in the past tense, ngeri mu past tense ngeyiseko, the tense of the word quoted change or changes. That word which is quoted what? Changes. Tense ekyuka. Like how we are getting an example. The example which we are coming to, we are seeing something here. Example. John said, my pen is missing. Then we say, John said that his pen was missing. You can see we have used the word was. Was missing. Mchitegede. Nti tense ekola ki? Ekyuka. Tukozesa akagambo was missing. John yagambye peni ye yabadde emisinga. Sijja kusonyola bulungi nnyo mu Luganda, but the statement is when the verb is in the past, that statement changes. When reporting scientific facts, ebimu ebikwata ku science, the tense does not change. Bya science tebikyuka. An example, era oba reporting ebintu bya science, never change the tense. Water boils at 100 degrees C, or the Celsius. They are in quotation. That means that it is the direct speech. The teacher said, you tweet direct speech. Quotation, ne comma, and then the full stop the other side. Then the indirect speech to chogera tutya. The teacher said that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Techikyuse muyadde. So that is a scientific fact. Bintu bya science. Era bw'oba reporting a sciences, please, bw'oba reporting a science statements, tozikyusa. Must. Look here. Must in present tense changes to had to. Abasinga mubala kigambo must. Naye bw'oba reporting indirectly. Mu indirect speech yaffe ekigambo must kikyuka ne kigenda ku had to. Naye tense eyo ng'eribadde mu present tense. Wulira example 1. I must write to my friend. Kitegeeza agamba kati I must write to my friend. Rebecca said. That is a direct speech. Quotations and commas. Now how about indirectly reporting? Rebecca said she had to write to her friend. You can see must efuse had mu present tense. Must ngeri mu present tense. Efuka had to when you are writing indirect speech. Let's go here. Must ngeri mu future tense. Future tense it changes to would have to. Sorry for that background sound. Now look at our example. I must leave for London next year. I must leave for London next year. Kitegeeza kiri mu future. Then how that is I must leave for London next year, said the teacher. How do you reply? The teacher said, could be the teacher who is a man. The teacher said he would have to leave. You see, must mu future choose nefuka would have to. That's why we say the teacher said he would have to leave for London next year. Now, everyone, look here. You must know how to use must. You must know how to use must in future and in present. Tujikyusa tutya bwe tuba tubadde nga tudiringa na present mu direct speech. Mbawadde those skills. I've given you those tactics that you can use when you're reporting. If you're failing to understand, I'll be able to narrate more or to explain more, to elucidate much. Now, everyone, my viewers, the viewers out there, please, I want you to note these things very well. That must on what you call on things that are certain things, it remains the way it is. Certain things. When something is certain, take for instance, he must be 15 years now. John alina kubanga alina emyaka 15. He must be 15 years now, said John. He must be 15 years now, said John. Then we say, John said that he must be 15 years now. John achitusuddeko obusuuzi. It is certain kiguddewo bugyo agambye nze nteekeddwa okubanga n'emyaka 15 kati. Kitegeeza we just need to know to change that word must. You get it? That must not do what? Change. Because must ekyuka nga waliwo nga kiri mu present tense kifuuka had to, bwe tugenda mu future tense kifuuka ki everyone out there, it changes to would have to nga kiri mu future tense. Members, please try to go through that work very well. Quote me well. If you are failing to understand, read those statements very well. Get those small examples I've given you. Then, and briefly, I want you to write for me 5 sentences. Construct 5 sentences using direct speech, and then change that direct speech into indirect speech. And if you're writing it in future, know how you should change. If you put that word must, know how you must change it in case it is present tense. In case it is future, know how to use it, how to change it. And then if you're talking about science facts, know how to use them. And also, if you're not dealing with science facts, but when the verb is in the past tense, know how you're going to do it. And if the verb is in present tense, know how you're going to do it. Just use my simple explanations so that you can do it. I believe everyone has understood. And if you still have questions, please come back to class and ask your teacher. And I'm the teacher. I'll be able to answer you very, very well. Thank you for listening. I wish you the best.